What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy RumboyzRobbie. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's Wednesday night. It's AMA night. Please step on forth with your questions. I'm going to give you guys a second to kind of pour on in here and begin asking your questions. We have a lot to talk about. We do have NFL action mañana tomorrow night. Motherfuckers already better start getting used to speaking in Spanish. Bad money, yeah. Too early in the stream for me to be acting like that. But no, we have some action this week. Starting tomorrow night, Thursday night football, San Fran taking on the Los Angeles Rams NFC West divisional matchup. Matthew Stafford with 1,114 passing yards on the season, 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Can he keep it going? That is definitely the question that everyone is having. So excited about that matchup tomorrow going down Prime Video. I'm going to be checking that shit out. I'll be streaming that on YouTube and Twitch. Thursday night football. Sunday slate is going to be lit. Sunday slate, I will be streaming the whole day. I'm not going to be out in public riding around doing dumb shit. Sunday slate is going to be lit. Dude. What's good, bro? What's good? Lise, are we throwing Ash and Jency anytime TD out there Sunday now, boy? Are we taking that against that Colts defense, my guy? I might throw that on the fucking parlay ski. I might throw that on the parlay ski just to be like, yeah, he's gonna do it again. Just to be like, I'm a believer. But then part of me also is like, motherfucker, don't do that. I mean, we'll see how I'm feeling Sunday. Like anything can happen Sunday. Oh shit, somebody in one of my leagues completely straight up dropped Benson. They dropped Benson, picked up DeMarcado, then Michael Carter got announced as the original starter, and 2 minutes later he got picked up. Wild. Because Gino can't see the field. Damn. Well, that doesn't mean that you guys are going to run the damn ball on Sunday. I'm in the mood to just tonight. I'm not placing any bets. I am definitely for sure just going shopping though. Like tonight, I am definitely going shopping for like what I like. Just taking a peek at the books early. I am a person that very much utilizes all the tools that the books give me, and then I apply all of that data also into fantasy. Like, because believe it or not, there's a part where fantasy and reality meet each other. You know, there are times where you can look at a line and you can be like, damn, there's not a lot of points that are going to be scored in that one. You know, maybe I don't go out there and, you know, throw out, you know, my fucking risk it to go get the biscuit. I'm trying to think of who I would say like would be a risk to go a Jerry Judy like in a deep league. Like maybe I don't do that in a game that's going to have 36.5 points, you know, which I probably wouldn't do anyways, no matter what. Who do you like out of Chris Olave, Zay Flowers, BTJ, and Xavier Worthy? Trying to shoot for one of them with Travion plus Woody. They got Kenneth and Chuba at 1 and 3. Let's see here. So when you say Kenneth, are you saying Kenneth Gainwell? Because we call K9 K9. So I'm assuming that that's Kenny Gainwell, or is that Kenneth Walker? Please, I hope that that's not Kenneth Walker. I definitely do not like Chris Olave just because it's like the volume is there. It's just He's not doing anything. He's not catching shit. Michael Thomas was never the problem in New Orleans. New Orleans quarterback play was the problem in New Orleans. And we're seeing that with Chris Olave. Chris Olave is a great receiver. Chris Olave might be shell-shocked whenever he gets to his new team because he's like, holy fuck, this is what it's like to actually play with someone competent. But Chris Olave's detriment in fantasy football isn't him and his talent. It is who's throwing him and the pieces around him and the offense and just everything. If you could pluck away Zay Flowers, I would love having Zay Flowers. BTJ is just a fucking headache right now. And maybe it'll come around. Maybe it'll come around. We are getting into, October football where, teams should start really, getting deep into their bag and, start feeling more comfortable with, the new guys and, the free agents that are now part of their teams, So, I mean, we'll see. But, I mean, I'm not trying to necessarily go out of my way to acquire BTJ right now. I'll say this is probably the best price that you're ever going to get BTJ, but I don't want to get BTJ just because of the sake of it. It's K9. Fuck! He's got K9 and Chuba. Yeah, you're not getting either one of them. But I mean, if you can get Zay Flowers off of him, bro, I love that. I love that. I really, really do. I mean, yeah, like Xavier Worthy would be a great consolation. Like the way that I'd rank the way I would target those pieces would be give me Zay and then Xavier and then give me BTJ and then give me Olave. Woody or Monty? Here's the thing: is like that game against Cincinnati is designed for the RB2 to eat. Like that game for Detroit, it's just, oh my gosh, you don't get many better opponents than that. Like Gibbs could fuck around and have 2 TDs that game, and Monty could have 2 TDs that game with Amon like having like 1, or it could be like Monty for like 2, Gibbs for like 1. They go up like high so early, like maybe it's Amon Ra for like 2. Like Detroit can go up dumb fucking early on this team. There's gonna be a defensive touchdown in that game. A pick 6 is well within the realm of outcomes. I'm keeping it real. 9 passing touchdowns on the season for Jared Goff. The Lions are nasty, and yeah, 49.5 points is way too high just because the other side of the ball's not going to do any heavy lifting. For the books to have that game set at 49.5 and to think that there's one way and one way only that 49.5 happens is if 55 is put up by Detroit themselves. Like, that's straight up. Can I add you to my Discord? Can I ask why you would like to be added to the Discord? Like, why do you just come in and ask for access to the Discord? Like, there's no fantasy question that you have first. You don't want to see if my services are worth you just trying to come in and infiltrate my Discord. Like can we get? I would just like to know that, Lisa. Do you play fantasy football? Do you have any NFL questions? Like, I feel like you'd want to test my services before just wanting to go straight to the Discord. Like that, it's kind of like a body question. It's a little bit of a body question. I got Fannin. Could I fuck around and shoot over Travion, Woody, and Juwan for Zay and Xavier Worthy? He has Zach Ertz and Ingram. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if you do those 3 for I'm taking this as you're needing the wide receivers. You're wanting the wide receivers, and that's why you're doing it. And if that's the case, fine, I co-sign with this. But if we could bring over Ertz with Jaden coming back, send the pieces that you're sending. But if we could bring back Zay and Ertz, like the point combination there, I mean, a little bit, but I also like Zay and Xavier as well because he has Ertz and Ingram, which that forces him to drop one of them more than likely. He's gonna in order to make room for bringing on Juwan, and then you can then just have Juwan sitting back as a bench stash for whenever, because you'll end up having an open roster spot when that's all said and done, which is something that I like doing a lot of times in trades. Oh, word! I now get an extra bench spot. Like bet, Oh, you're gonna just take my things. You're just gonna take the things that I'm not gonna use ever. Here you go. Because like you'll reach a point where you'll know like, okay, I don't have the confidence to start this player week in, week out. This is who I'm now willing to trade off my roster. Like you'll know like these are my core players. These are the guys that like I'm gonna be rocking with week in, week out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cause see, then he has to drop someone, and you get that playing mental gymnastics with these motherfuckers, Frizz. it's mental gymnastics over here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. But see, that's what I like about that's what I like about fantasy football is the kind of like the psychology behind it, and the wits behind it. You got to be thinking, a couple of moves ahead. My wide receivers are CD, Drake, Keon, Golden, Slayton. So then that also then allows it to where you can move on from Golden. Slayton now just becomes a guy in the background, even droppable probably at that point because then you upgraded 2 slots. So then like this gives you some damn good wiggle room. Like if he doesn't go for Zay and Worthy, then I'm like, okay, well, how about Zay and Ertz? and I like I'd be trying to pull something. I'd be trying to maneuver some shit like that. Like straight up. And then I would fuck around and trade Fannin to somebody else after I brought over Ertz. Just keep moving tight ends to like I have one like this like improved. Bro, I'd be doing that. I'd be trying to make trades until like I have my roster like, okay, now that's perfect. Fucking so excited about CD coming back. That the Michael Carter and fucking Amari DiMarcardo situation completely blew my high. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Like Fantasy Faithful, let me be honest with you, that shit was insane. And after that kind of got announced, and just seeing the way that the landscape is played out, like I'm even seeing league mates in some of my leagues, like now going and getting guys like Keandre Miller. I feel like that they did watch the show last night, but I am seeing people like go out and get Keandre and being like, okay, well, like I need to go in and back up my Alvin Kamara in case something now happens to Alvin Kamara because all the running backs are now we're entering that part of the season where like running backs are starting to go down. I'm gonna be honest. I looked around at some of my fantasy rosters today, and I was like, holy fuck, how did we get here so fast? And it's not like we've had more injuries necessarily this year or, through 4 weeks of football than previous years. It's just you add the injuries that have happened, and you couple that in with the way the season has continued to go, like at first it was, oh, it's open this way, like it'll be fine, studs will be fine, and at this point it's like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, I'm not getting anything out of Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, fucking AJ Brown's falling off a fucking cliff. The Eagles aren't passing the goddamn ball. Washington's dealing with load management issues. Now you have fucking backups upon backups upon backups at running backs already. It is already just everything's on fire, and we're just riding through fantasy land, and we're on a bike. The bike's not on fire. We're not on fire. Actually, the bike is on fire too, but somehow we're not burning, and everything around us is on fire. And that's how what navigating fantasy football is right now. Straight up. I just wanted to be able to come on air and get that frustration out. I feel better. I feel a lot better getting that frustration out. Because holy shit. We're dealing with a lot right now, boys. We're dealing with a lot right now. I could, because see, I have TJ Watt on bye in a big money league. I might fuck around and drop this whole ass joke. I got Burrow sitting on IR for fucking team morale. He's just in the spot, just there, just there, just there. I'm like looking at this like one league, like analyzing it, not trying to like over analyze it. See, like Ramondre's dropped, and I feel like if anything ever happens to Henderson, like I should have Ramondre picked up just in case. Like I feel like that is something that I should be prepared for and I should do. But I'm so afraid. I am so afraid to do so. I do really need to fill in an IDP in place of good old. Ooh. Zaire Franklin would not be a bad IDP fill. No, fuck that. Give me Aiden Hutchinson. Give me Hutch. Trade Dak for Woody. How bad of a situation are we in at quarterback? Like, I don't think that you should do that personally. Dak's leading the league in passing right now. Strange is on waiver. I don't mind just sending him 3 for 2 and not getting Ertz to make him think he's winning. I'm down for that as well. I'm down for that as well. I'm just saying have a backup plan in case he doesn't, unless he says no to Worthy. Then have a backup plan. Just drop Ray Davis and watch this be the week that fucking like something accidentally happens. Like not putting it out there in the universe. Like something fucking happens to like, damn, James Cook, and then I'm not able to get him back. Bro, I'm about to drop Darnell Mooney, bro. I'm tired of this man getting injured every other week. Like I'm straight up tired of this man getting dropped or getting injured every other week. I've reached that point. I'm gonna drop Darnell Mooney, and I'm gonna pick up Dobbs. I'm gonna drop Darnell Mooney and pick up Dobbs. Fuck that. If you could not understand Kendrick, try a different language, bro. It's gonna be. people are gonna hate, but people are still gonna give the fucking Super Bowl mad views. It's what happens. It's what happens. Yeah. 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 I'm just gonna stash Dobbs. I'm just gonna stash Dobbs. Drop Mooney. He's fucking not doing anything. Hey yo. Is Kyler Murray available in this fucking league? Hey, cuz. Bro, I just went through and cleaned up a whole fucking roster, bro. I just went there and did some massive shit. Hey, but wait to just, play cleanup really quick on the fucking roster during a bye week. I love bye weeks because your league mates make fucking impulsive, dumb decisions. Shit, Kyler against Tennessee. Or do I start Daniel Jones against the Raiders? I'll start Daniel Jones. I'll keep Daniel Jones. He hasn't let me down. I'll keep Daniel Jones. I'm dropping Matthew Golden if I get Zay and Xavier. So I'm going to add Matthew Golden into the trade to make it look pretty. Mind games on point. Mental gymnastics have to be on point. I still never got my answer about I don't want you to do this, but I would like to know like what our situation is to even entertain it. Trade AJ Brown and Rice for Marks, Garrett Wilson, and K9. Yes. Yes, I didn't even read the whole question. Yes. Yeah, yes. Looking for running back depth. Only have CMC and Monty right now. Wide receivers are Sutton, Tet, Higgins, Jennings, Downs, Rice, and AJ. 4-0 in a 12-man PPR. You're 4-0 and you're making this move. This is how you're going to continue to remain undefeated, my guy. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls. What to do? Dono hype. Shout out to you, Aaron, on the Dono hype as well, man. Bro, that trade is nasty. That trade is nasty, bruh. I love that. Oh, yeah. Picked up Michael Carter and Brashard Smith today. Championship, here I come. Hey, those are low-key nasty pickups. Those are low-key nasty pickups. It's looking like the Chiefs are going in that direction. So you're getting ahead of the curve. You're beating them to the punch. And then also, I mean, we heard the news about Michael Carter. It seems like that's the direction that they're going to go over to Mercado. We'll see how that works out. I really want to see that play out on film. I want to see if this is a 50-50 split, so on and so forth. Should I start Dak, Herbert, or Fields? Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Hold on. So, like, Dak is playing the Jets. They're putting that total at 47.5. I don't think that that's going to be a shootout by any means. I think Dallas takes that one easy, and I think Dak assaults them through the air and shows them what it really means to fly through the air. Herbert's gonna do his thing against Washington. This is coming from a Washington fan. That game is going to be close. The spread is at 2.5 for a reason. Jaden is returning. I expect Jaden, probably try and turn up. Out of your options, this is such a good fucking problem to have. I am gonna say Dak. Out of your options, I am gonna say Dak, just because it's the Jets and he's going to fucking just pick them apart. Fields has great rushing ability. Don't get me wrong. Fields ain't gonna, ain't gonna be able to keep up with the assault that Dak's gonna put on. Just hit accept. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate it. Was worried about giving up the Rice upside. No, bro. It's when you're getting back Garrett Wilson, like you're solid. You're solid. And then you're also not just having like Rice sitting there wasting. You're getting value. You're getting equity out of it. Like it's good. It's so good. It's so good. I want to play Woody against the Ravens defense, but scared to start him over Kyren. Brindy, I would not start him over Kyren. I understand the Ravens defense have not looked great, but do you anticipate the Houston offense to be able to be on the field long enough to even maintain a fantasy relevant drive? If anything, this is a get right game for Baltimore if we're going to keep it real. You know, I am just as enamored with Woody Marks as anyone else. I know a lot of people are like, well, if you're going to get him, then you have to start him. That's not always true. It is matchup dependent, you know. So I need to, yeah. I don't really think Lamar is going to be out this Sunday. I mean, if Lamar is out, then okay, fine. Then this game now becomes a dead heat, even where Houston can even come out and win this. Then okay, yeah, then I now understand maybe wanting to start Woody over Kyren. There has to be a way that we can keep both in your lineup. There has to be a way that we can keep both Woody and Kyren in your lineup. The real question is who's going to be wide receiver 1 for the 49ers tomorrow. I saw someone pick up Kendrick Bourne. All right. That situation for San Fran is so bad. Like so bad for fantasy football. I don't really want I don't want anyone getting behind the 8 ball. I would almost honestly just avoid the whole situation in its totality. That's just me personally. If you want to risk it and go get the biscuit, give me 1 second. Let's go and look at some things. I would prefer you probably did it, but hey, to each their own. Demarcus Robinson, Kendrick Bourne, Jake Tonges. Like, bro, please do not play any 49ers receivers tomorrow. I picked up Kendrick Bourne also. Him and D-Rob, him and D-Rob already doesn't have a catch this year. Oh my gosh. Got a Channing Hampton in already, so was going to put either Kyren or Woody in it as flex. You can't go wrong. Put it this way. You can't go wrong with either one. Kyren has such a safe floor. You know, so you can put in either one. Kyren just gives you a safe floor. But I completely understand going Woody. Woody's definitely carved out his own role there in Houston, and it's to the point where I don't know how things are going to look even when Mixon comes back. It's like you're not just going to put Marks back on the fucking shelf, bro. CMC is going to be the best receiver if we're going to be honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. LeBron James. Tomorrow's gonna be bad. There, the spread is 8.5. Rams are gonna put BTA. Drop Rashard for Kendrick. If he goes off, I'll try and trade him for a little something. Definitely not starting. Yeah, definitely not starting. There's no sense in getting behind the ball on a Thursday night divisional matchup with the point total of 45.5 with an 8.5 point spread favoring the home team. Not doing it. Not doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Mixon may not even be coming back. It's wheels up on Marks. Tonjes could do something. Tonjes could do something. I'm tempted to place a little something on his anytime TD. Y'all want to build a parlay? Y'all want to build a parlay? Seems he's gonna die. Dude is getting ran down. Yeah, bro. Should I pick up Xavier Scott? Can you give me the scenario, Karam? You know you got. I'm not just gonna blatantly be like, yeah, and then you fucking go and drop like, like someone of importance. Like you go drop like Woody for like I need some context. I know. I'm drinking for that. I can't believe. Do it. Yeah, we're about to let's build one together, chat. Chat parlay. Let's go. It's divisional, so I feel like the safe thing to do and where the money is on San Fran to somehow figure out some way to cover. 8.5 is 8.5 is definitely doable when we break it down. Start one: Mac Jones, Browning, Rattler, Gabriel. God. Bro, I might tell you start fucking Spencer Rattler out of that group. Oh. I might tell you start Rattler out of that group. Hello, Gabriel for the rookie post. Jake Chung is over 3 receptions, easy money. I like that. Okay, Frizz, do we want to go with his Dart 2.0? I'm saying Rattler out of everyone there. Out of everyone there, Rattler. At least shit. I have only 3 wide receivers on my team. 2 are questionable. If I had to drop one of the running backs to get a wide receiver off waivers, what running back would you drop? Benson, Montgomery, Marks, Henderson, Rachaad White. You're probably gonna have to drop Benson with him being on in a freaking boot, bro, or him, like being like kind of like not great right now. Like Benson is the one that you're gonna have to drop out of that because you can't get rid of Monty, especially this week. Marks is wheels up, like we've been saying. Hendo's now becoming RB1. Rachaad White's replacing Bucky, who's in a boot. Like, so yeah, Vincent's on IR. You got to throw him in IR. You got to pick up. You got to try and go and get you like Keandre Miller, bro. It's a Thursday night. Waiver wires are bare. I mean, unless you're like what I just did. Would I trade for a wide receiver, and who would I target? I'm trying to see if I can get my man's Jordan Addison that just returned. If I'm needing some wide receiver 2 help, if you're needing some wide receiver 1 help, Garrett Wilson. That one just actually got tossed out, and fucking love trying to go and get Garrett Wilson. I love going and trying to get Tet McMillan right now. Volume's definitely there for Tet. We did bring up Zay Flowers earlier in the show. Those are guys that like I'm really trying to see if I can get my hands on right now. Roma Dunze, see if you can get your hands on Roma Dunze. Seems like based off of what the chat is telling me, people are listening to offers for BTJ. See if you could go and get BTJ. People are putting BTJ for sale. How much of that I'm really trying to buy into, not sure, but he's on the market right now, and he's wide receiver 1 kind of, caliber. I think that they eventually get it together. So see if they, that's available. See, yeah, I'm trying to trade BTJs. This is a hot one on the market right now. A lot of people are trying to unload BTJ. People are the market is hot for wide receiver right now. I know people that are trying to unload Marvin Harrison Jr. and they're like, hey, I don't give a damn that he went off in the 4th quarter last week. He hasn't been doing it for, last year nor this year. You know, Blake Corum over 30 rushing yards. Rams going to be up 50 to 50-0 by halftime. Lots of trash time, little Blakey. I sent BTJ offers to everyone in my league. Yeah, BTJ is hard. Trying to get Waddle. Waddle's a decent one. Waddle's a decent one, especially with Tyreek out now. You need to be going to try and acquire Waddle. Gotta go get Marv. Trust a lot of people are listening. Marv offers. BTJ was my first pick in Dynasty Startup. Painful. Oh yeah, that's painful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? I am going to take Rams 8.5 just because I don't have the faith in the 49ers to cover tomorrow. I need those receptions. I'm taking your prop on the receptions because that's what we do. We help each other with our parlays here. We're just doing a cool 4-legger chat. Okay, we might make it 5. Would you go the cheap route and get a waiver wire wide receiver? That is dependent on what's out there. But that needs to be your backup plan if trade offers do not if trade offers do not go through. Carl's going to throw more with the bums. They'll be running the ball. Exactly. Which makes Marv an even better price. But the thing is Marv going to just be able to hang on to the damn ball. Trade CD and Jordan Mason for Waddle, Wandell, and JMO. And Alvin Kamara in one of my leagues. Okay. I don't like that. I would like it if we were doing a like a 3 for 4 here. Because you have to think about it. You have to think about the receiving side of the house. They're not just going to take CD and Mason and then unload practically like their whole team for just those two. Bro, I might be cooked in my guillotine league. I'm starting Eric Amanor as my second receiver. Bro, my guillotine league is not going well, but it's the only one, ironically, that's really just going really, really bad for me. Yeah. Hey, but I love the questions from my chat. This is also why I say I have the best chat between Twitch and YouTube. So glad I got McBride. I am glad that you got McBride as well with everything that's happening in that backfield. They paid him. They were going to feed him regardless. Got offered. What's up, Anthony? If you're new, make sure that you subscribe. Show us some love. Greatly appreciate it. By the way, we're almost at 3K, guys. Let's keep pushing. Got offered AJ Brown and Hendo for QJ and Harvey. No. No. I don't want you to be left holding the bag on AJ Brown. That's what's making me say no. If they threw in a little seasoning, you know, to maybe kind of hide the fact that AJ Brown was even thrown into the dish in the first place as an ingredient, then that could have made this taste a little bit better. But that's disgusting, and they're a mean person for them trying to unload their AJ Brown problems onto you. Of course. Always. I would need Puka. To trade QJ. Yo, at this point, QJ got them hands together. And Khalil Shakir is my first receiver. Okay, but is it just bye-week blues? Is this just because it's bye-week blues in Guillotine League? Because like if you're 2-2 and experiencing bye-week blues, then like it's not so bad. You know, like who's to say that you don't like survive and squeak out a win this week, you know? But like if it's like 1-3 and shit. Wide receivers on the waiver wire: Troy Franklin, love. A.O. Manor, okay. Mims, Malik Washington, Ridley, Hollywood, Downs, Sterling Shepard. let's get that trade offer going first. Otherwise, I'm highly partial towards Troy Franklin because I do believe that Bo Nix Troy Franklin connection from back at Oregon is alive and well in the NFL, and I think that we're going to see a lot more of it. Manor is easily the wide receiver one in Tennessee. It's just a problem of, is that offense going to be on the field enough to justify being rostered on your fantasy football team, and even in bye week situations, having the confidence to be able to throw them out there. And I don't know if we get that. Mims kind of similar to Franklin. Denver's going to have those ball distribution weeks where you'll have one receiver pop off more than the other, but I'm just more so partial personally to Franklin. Malik Washington, Ridley, kind of like say things. I feel like we'll see an uptick, in Malik Washington targets, but again, still kind of partial towards Franklin, Ale Manor. I would say it would go Franklin, Ale Manor, Washington, Hollywood, and Downs. But I feel like Hollywood and Downs are interchangeable for me in that situation. I only like Hollywood just because, okay, you're on the Chiefs offense, and I want to have something high octane there. I mean, Sterling Shepard, he's always going to be a great fill-in if anything happens to any of those receivers in Tampa ever. But just understand he's always going to be the third look there. My receivers, Waddle, Wandale, JMO, QJ, Ellick. Now time to trade them all away to get Puka. Nah. Please don't. Okay, if you do that, don't tell anyone that I said to do it. QJ is a league winner for sure. Fields or May this week. Looking more at Fields because he's going against the Cowboys defense, but I don't know, to be honest. Your gut is correct. Your gut is 100% correct in this one to go with Fields. Being that the Jets are playing with this attitude, with this aura, like they want to fucking actually win games, So in Fields, I trust. I don't think the Patriots can hang with the Bills right now. I don't think there's a whole lot of anyone that's able to hang with the Bills right now. As long as Josh Steinfeld is going home to Haley Steinfeld, they are going to keep demolishing in the NFL. I'm trying to send QJ and Mbuka for JSN and T-Mac. He probably declines. If we put that negative energy out there, that can probably happen. There's a chance that he accepts that. For JSN and T-Mac, there's a chance that he accepts that. Where do you rank Rashee Rice rest of the season? I just traded for him. Oh, fuck. I need Rice is going to finish somewhere around a top 35 wide receiver when he returns. Problem is he going to be back for enough games and then work back into the offensive scheme within enough games to where the fantasy impact is affected immediately, to where we're getting, top 24, top 12 weeks within the first. With Rashee Rice, you're needing Rashee Rice to come back those first 2 weeks that he's back and put up wide receiver 24, wide receiver 12-ish numbers to at least feel confident about him moving forward as you get into your playoff push. And I don't personally want to play around with that. That's fire I don't want to play around with. I'd rather go with someone that's been a little bit more consistent and is probably going to be a little bit more consistent throughout the playoff run. So for me personally, I'm just out on Rice. I like Rice better as trade bait right now. Like with Rice, I can use Rice especially as trade bait because I can tell, whoever is wanting him, hey, it's coming back. I see that, you may have Mahomes or, you want a piece of this high octane Chiefs offense. Here's your opportunity to go and get it, and then that's when I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'm not going to sell Rice for like anything, crazy expensive, but I may, try and see if I can pry BTJ that someone maybe like not fucking high on, you know, or priming, one of these, Woody Marks, that everybody's, really hot on right now. No, they're starters. It was an 18-man draft, and I went 3 running backs to start. Let's see here. Oh, see. Yeah, that'll hurt you. Going too high on any one thing. Hold up, give me 1 second. Let me come back up. Do I trade Brees, Tet, and Marks for Collins, Dobbins, and Devonta Smith? I feel like I like the Brees, Tet, and Mark side just a little bit more. I feel like you're okay with the Tet, Brees, Mark side. I don't know why I read that out of order just then. Or do I trade Henry and Tet for Collins and Dobbins? Is it you that's initiating this trade, or is someone trying to send you these, and are these counter offers? Because I feel like I like the Henry and Tet side a little bit more. So like I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the best advice for your situation and for your predicament. I lose Neighbors, so hoping QJ can pick up the slack. Just worried about the target comp. Oh man, dude, I'd want to be I'd want to be keeping QJ. But yeah, losing Neighbors sucks. But I'd be wanting to keep QJ, especially having lost Neighbors. And I mean, I really think that Ibuka is going to be a guy the rest of the season in that Tampa offense. Let me just see something here. I want to look at some data. Fuck you, Bucky Irving, for having to go in a boot. I understand the appeal of JK. I definitely am understanding the appeal of JK in that trade offer, Josh. I don't know if I necessarily like the Nico side. I feel like you ride with your guys in this. I feel like you ride with your guys, Josh. Jets got screwed over by the refs. Yo, hey, Sauce Goddard was kind of spitting some facts. He was kind of spitting some bars. I'm dropping Benson. I mean, yeah, if given your situation, Smitty, you should. I tried to trade BTJ for Rice, but he declined. Damn. Points per game, I think Rice is a high-end wide receiver too. I think, yeah, once we get to the point that, he's back out on the field and, I mean, he returns. But he has at least 1 to 2 games to go out there and be able to adjust for you. Like, realistically. He returns week 7. Now's the time to pretty much be trading for him. So, QJ over JSN rest of season, pretty much. Got to pick a team for Survivor Pool. So, what are your thoughts on picking Vikings against Browns? Yes, I like that. I like that for Survivor Pool. How do you feel about Cocker? Is he a stash? Would he eat like Ted McMillan, Walmart version of Chase and Higgins? I don't think it's a Walmart version of Chase and Higgins. I need to see more. I'll tell you what. If Coker gets a freaking touchdown and 55 yards this Sunday, I'll be like, if he does it on like 4 receptions, I'd be like, all right. I really want to see Carolina. With Carolina, you just never know. I have to see more personally. I think that LA views him as their wide receiver one right now. And I think that as long as they're winning games and he's the key to them winning games as their wide receiver one, then yes. But I'm going at running back with like another receiver. If you're gonna do it, then you're gonna do this first offer. Like if you're gonna do it, then you're gonna do this first one. Um, even though I just like having Brees, Tet, Marks a little bit more on the heavier side. But if you can pull this off, you can do it. I honestly still also think that it's a fair trade as well. I definitely do think that this is a fair trade and it's an equitable trade. I don't see why the other person would say no. Very pieces in common. It's equitable. He's on the Devontae Adams path now. Lad's role expanded because Keenan was good and now he's back. Exactly. Exactly. Like they kind of have a whole team together now to where, you can allow, QJ to be, really good at the things that QJ does. Keenan's just going to be Keenan, and he's the old school vet. He's kind of mentoring the guys along. And you allow Lad to where Lad can just be used as a weapon, which is, I think, what the Chargers really intended for Lad to really be. Gave up Ted McMillan and Cam Scat for Rashid. I'm set at running back, so I honestly feel good about it. Gonna miss Scat, but I'm a gambling man. 2-2, by the way, in fantasy. Okay. I mean, hey, the fantasy is a gamble. Fantasy is a gamble, and sometimes you really do just have to follow your gut. And I will always salute anyone and everyone that's going to go out there and you got to fucking die on your sword. Sometimes there's plenty of times that I do it. I traded for Neighbors right before he got hurt. That's Spain without the S. Bryson, trade DJ Moore and Cup for Keenan Allen. Yeah, because you need to get DJ Moore off your team. Hell yeah, I would do that. And on the way that they swap teams, I would tell Keenan Allen to high five DJ Moore on the way back over to your team. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. They are forgetting about DJ Moore in Chicago. That like that's the consensus right now. But even if Keenan goes down, I feel like QJ is going to get 10 plus targets from Prime Harbor. Absolutely. I think that Los Angeles has it figured out. And again, I'm a Washington fan. I am scared as fuck for my team this week. Tet and Rice are super comparable, and Scat has a lot of value right now. I could agree there. I could agree there. Definitely super comparable. And you're getting Rice, who's going to be on that high octane Chiefs offense. He's going to go out there and he's going to put up fantasy points. I get the bet shorts. Could pay off for sure, but risky betting it all on Rice. Praying that he comes back. He's ready to acclimate. I mean, look, you got to think about it. For those of you guys in the chat that played football before, think about how long it took for your body to get back acclimated. You got to go through 2-a-days. You got to go through, weight training. You got to go through like everything. And then, you got your scrimmage, like so on and so forth. Like there's so much into getting your body back fully acclimated for playing shape. Yeah, you can, stay pretty much fairly in shape even while not being on the field, but it's just different. Yeah, having to play against right. Rice has to play the Chargers and the Broncos in the playoffs too. PS2 in the championship. It's gonna be tough. QJ was cooking PS2. This series, Dodgers versus Reds, one-sided. Has been one-sided. You guys are too good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you giving my Dodgers props. What if the Eagles trade Brown? Where would Smith be? Smith with Smith, obviously he's gonna get a boost, right? He has to. Now, hey, for the limited amount of times that Philly will choose to pass the ball, that upgrades Smith to pretty much be the focal point and be the target. Philly does not seem to want to pass unless teams force Philly's hands to make Jalen Hurts beat them with his arm, which is yet to be determined if every team in the NFL can do what the Rams did last week defensively. I worry about those receivers. Out of that receiving core, though, Smith has the most upside on that team, on that depth chart right now. It just doesn't seem like that the AJ Brown connection is there. It didn't seem like it was there fully last year. It seemed like it was deteriorating actually last year. So if AJ Brown gets traded, it could be good for what's good for the geese is good for the gander. It could be good for both. I could see Smith probably somewhere ending top 40-ish by the end of the season. But I mean, that team's gonna try and run first, and they don't care about passing the ball unless it's basically Dallas Goedert. Like, it's so bad. Trade Judkins and Tet for Bijan. Yes. Hey, I hope you're doing good too. I hope you're doing good, JP. What's good? What's good? What's good, Sway V? Like, but that's an interesting situation of what happens. I think it's more of a stock up for AJ Brown if Brown gets traded. I traded Jamar and Benson for Judkins and Tet after the Benson injury. Wait, you traded Jamar and Benson for Judkins. Oh, I love this. I love this for you. Hell yes. Smart football. Good fantasy football. Good fantasy football, my guy. Yeah, I love it. If he's able to give over Judkins and Tet for Bijan and swing that, I'm excited to get the feedback on how that one goes down. Adunze is by far Chicago's best wide receiver, and it's showing. Bro, I would hope that they trade DJ Moore before the trade deadline, because if I'm Chicago, I'm like, what is that missing piece that is missing here? And they probably need to go and do something on the defensive side of the ball, or even just continue to beef up the offensive line for Caleb's sake. So if I'm Chicago, I'm like, hey, can you send me over an alignment and a pick next year, or that I'm trying to play that game. Can you send me over a DB and a pick? Like, those are conversations that I'm having if I'm Ryan Poles. Trade him to the Niners. Yo, AJ Brown on the Niners would be a nice little weapon for Glock Purdy. That is a nice weapon for Brock. My brother tore his ACL playing flag football back in 2020. My gosh, that hurts. War Eagle, what up? I'm 3-1 in a 10-man money league. We also have return points too. Okay, definitely keeping that in mind. I had Neighbors, but he got hurt. I'm starting this lineup due to matchups. QB, Darnold, RBs, Achan and Miller. Receivers, Wilson and Nico. Tight end, McBride. Flex, Malik Washington. Bench, Nix, Sutton, Shakur, Kincaid, and Swift on bye. I don't mind this lineup. I don't mind this lineup at all. I mean, you're 3-1. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a shootout, with Darnold against the Bucks, but Knicks against Philly. Do we really want to even play that game there? No. So I'd rather roll the dice. I feel like with Darnold there. I mean, other than that, this is a solid lineup as we're heading into bye weeks. I mean, you got Swift on a bye. I don't realistically see any reason for us to throw in Shakir or Kincaid. You're not throwing in Shakir over Wilson or Nico or Malik Washington, being that there's return points baked into this as well. So I'm rocking with what you got, War Eagle. AJ Brown will be a $6 million cap hit if traded this year. They aren't trading him. I mean, they're obviously not going to trade him. I would love it if they fucking traded him. Philly's not trading him in the middle of a Super Bowl run. Philly's not doing that. And Philly's for damn sure not listening to trade offers from the NFC. Nah, bro. I rock with that lineup, actually. I rock with that. Dead cap is 30 mil. Chicago needs a running back. We all know Ben Johnson never liked DeAndre Swift that much in the first place. Start Juwan or Fannin. I'm starting Fannin with the rookie in and Dylan Gabriel because rookie quarterbacks' best friends are tight ends. Start to Woody Marks, Travion, Chase Brown, and Michael Carter. Not Chase Brown. I'm mad that that's directly where I went. Like that. I didn't even I was not Chase Brown. I almost want to go Woody and Travion. It's Woody and Travion for me. Y'all see that Carter is supposed to be a starter over Diva Carter. Yeah, I do see that, and I need to figure out what's going to happen with that. I need to see it because it could easily be Carter's not doing well, and then they just throw DiMarcado in there, or it could be Carter's a RB1 on the depth chart, but doesn't take snaps until the third fucking quarter, or it could be another situation of we're down and now we're putting DiMarcado in, so it's super weird. How about this? Judkins, Tet, and Hunter Henry for his Bijan and AJ Brown. I just don't want AJ Brown. But you being willing to take AJ Brown from him would probably be him thinking, because the value is really in the Judkins and Tet for Bijan. That's where the bulk of the trade is. But you being willing to take his junk piece of AJ Brown, in his psychology, he's like, holy shit, someone's willing to actually do this. And he's like, well, so that could happen. I don't think that even still, the Bijan piece is really the hard piece because you're prying away Bijan from his team. But if you're also willing to assume his junk with AJ Brown, he might do this, or she. I like the psychology. I'll probably offer both. That's what I'm saying. The meat and potatoes is in Judkins Tet. But if it's one of those hey man, here's a 3, but I'll also take your junk piece with you. While I'm taking Bijan off your hands, let me go ahead and take your other trash out with you. And just I got you, bro. If you pitch it that way, you'd probably be down. I have a bride, so I don't really need Hunter Henry. Exactly. And you could just stream a tight end, if you need one during bye weeks. K and C, what's up? Non-PPR is Brian Robinson a drop. Had high hopes with him in San Fran, but dude isn't seeing the field. Okay, this question is convoluted because CMC is the focal point of the offense. As long as CMC is healthy, no, Brian Robinson's not going to see the field. You don't want this to be a situation. Me personally, yes, Brian Robinson is droppable. With the landscape of the way that the NFL is playing out right before our very eyes, you kind of need handcuffs right now in 2025. Because if anything happens to CMC, you don't want someone else to now go get Brian Robinson. If you are upgrading from Brian Robinson, yes, he is droppable. If you are just dropping him for the sake of dropping him, and the piece that you are going to be dropping him for is not comparable, or is not upgrading your bench in any way, then there's no need. That's how I would approach that situation. Because for right now, you may not see it, but your opponent who has CMC doesn't have that easy plug and play handcuff if the event that CMC gets hurt. So right now, you're holding power, you're holding leverage. You know, so that's kind of the game that you're playing. There's a game within a game within a game. It's gameception, and we call it fantasy football. I'm a psychopath. Holy shit. How do I feel about Isaiah Bond? I am very much in the clubhouse of showed a lot of promise in college. Please, Lord, let me see Mo. 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 QB, Patty Mahomes. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Achan. Wide receivers, Mbuka, Keenan Allen. Tight end, Laporta. Flex, Scat Pack, Michael Carter. Kickers, Community Fairbairn. Lions defense. Bench, Caleb Johnson is on bye. We can get rid of him. He's droppable. I'm assuming that that's Caleb Johnson because that's the only K Johnson I can think of right now. Tyler Algier, okay. Tyquan Thornton, Zach Ertz. You have Laporta, so you're good there. I like that you have Zach Ertz as a tight end or even as like a, swap, in case Laporta gets hurt. Jaguars defense, you don't need a second defense. You can unload them and you can probably try and go and get something off the waiver wire for them. And then, okay, Pearsall and Warren on IR. Wondering if starting Carter in my flex spot here is the play. The only other play that I feel like that I would start with confidence outside of Carter would probably be Ertz, and I don't have too much confidence in having two tight ends in my fantasy build. So I probably wouldn't do that. I would stick with what you have. And play those guys with confidence. This is what my team is looking like. 10-man non-PPR. Josh Allen, Bijan, Jacobs, Mason, Benson, B-Rob. What's your bench? What's your bench? Because we could probably play keep away with B-Rob and put someone else from your bench in B-Rob's place. Or we either drop B-Rob and we upgrade from B-Rob to maybe Troy Franklin. Maybe we put a couple of bench pieces together and we trade for, we trade for a flex spot. We trade for a flex piece. Okay, so Flowers we're gonna put over B-Rob. So we'll start any of these guys over B-Rob. We'll start any of these over B-Rob in that flex play, in that flex spot. Dude, yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you don't need B-Rob in your starting lineup. If he's just on the bench, it's a 10-man league. There's a fuck ton of players available that you're able to go out and get. You don't need B-Rob. Yeah, Williams. I figured Williams, not Williamson. Got it. No, good. You're good. I got you. Yeah, bro. If it's a 10-man league, there's so many other running backs that are on waivers you can go and get, bro. All day. All day. You could go out there. You could probably grab Judkins off of waivers. You could probably grab JCM. You could probably grab fuck, I'm trying to think. Like Pollard might be out there, like in a 10-man. You know, Charbonnet might be out there in a 10-man. You know, Tootin might be out there in a 10-man. Got Bijan, Jacobs, and Benson on IR. Benson by / IR, bro. Or well, Jacobs is on by. Yeah, bro. Like you can drop B Rob and you can go and get like you can go and get somebody. Like in a 10-man, like Zach Charbonnet has to be out there somewhere. You know, Chase Brown has to be probably out there. Yeah. Oh, you know I got you, bro. I'll hold it down for the chat, bro. I hold it the fuck down for the chat. Think Jaylen Warren's gonna be back by week 6. Okay. Let's see here. So they did not put him. Okay. They did not put him on IR, which leads me to believe that he comes back by week 6. If they put him on IR, then okay, obviously he's got to be out for about like 4 weeks. So, you know, that changes some things. It's really, really just dependent on the day-to-day status. As of right now, all evidence points to that, yes, he will be back by week 6. So, you know, a couple of things to take into account, boys. I mean, you know, with injuries is, you know, is the bye weeks, like is a team on a bye week when they're coming back from a bye week, you know, that's some things to, you know, take into account. You know, Jaylen Warren, he's on bye week right now. We'll see what the news is going to be coming out of the bye after this week, after Sunday. That'll give us a clearer picture on Jaylen Warren. Right now, it doesn't seem like the team is too worried about it. So I think that for us as fantasy managers, that's a good sign. You know, if this is gonna be their go-to guy, I mean, it's not like that there's a fuck ton of depth for Pittsburgh either way. If they have to rest him an extra week, I mean, it's gonna suck for fantasy managers. I could see that being a turn at worst that they take. Maybe they rest him another week. Is fucking Prime doing ghost leg, where like if one leg misses, you get it back on Thursday night? That'd be sick. I'm gonna try and build this parlay ski real fast. Like I got like distracted like building the parlay because like I thought like chat was gonna slow down and then, like chat was like, nah, dude, we're in this. we're fucking in this to win it. Yo, the ghost leg offers are crazy. Bro, of course, always, man, always. I appreciate you guys, you know, you guys asking questions. I appreciate you guys throwing out questions. I appreciate you guys giving out the follows. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the YouTube channel. Like for real, you guys really make this whole ship sail. Ha, pirate pun, fully intended. Actually, I wasn't planning on that. Josh Allen and Judkins for Bijan. I have love and can ask for Bo Nix or Caleb Williams back. I feel like we're going over the deep end here. I mean, like if quarterback scoring is just like not that like heavily weighted, then okay, like whatever. But in that event, I would just be like, okay, no, like I'll just give you Josh Allen for Bijan straight up. Like, but I understand. I understand. Yeah, he's like just trying to see what you draw. Like, I think that was the point. Mr. Josh Allen Steinfeld, as well as Judkins. What for beach? Like it's like you already got you don't gotta do that. He needs a running back and loves Josh Allen. Oh, there's the psychology. Well, then that kind of changes things. Because then I'd be like, hey, Josh Allen for Bijan straight up. Bijan's bye week, and he has one, and he's 1-3 and only has Hubbard. He's 1-3 and only has Hubbard. Oh, then yeah, you can swing that trade. You can swing that trade. You can swing. Yeah. Okay. Then now I'm now understanding where your head is at. And now I'm understanding the vision. I wasn't before. And now I'm at first like I was like here. Like, but now we're here. Now we're here. I'm liking that. Martin, what's up, buddy? What's up? Lad or Hollywood? Is it bad that I have to admit that this question is closer than what a lot of people may realize and a lot of people may think? I have to give credit where credit is due to that Duval defense. So I am gonna say play Lad against my Commanders over Hollywood, bro. And you'll probably thank me later. You'll likely thank me later. Our secondary is fucking shit, bro. I got you. 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 Hey, you know what it is, bro. You know what it is, Swavey. I think that the team doesn't have full confidence in DeMarcado. So at this point, why should I? I have I've gone down the DeMarcado road before. Before Trey Benson was a part of that lineup. I don't think I want to go through this again. So I'm okay with kind of, in the leagues where I didn't miss out on that situation or just like missing on that situation. Cause like, luckily I'd already had Judkins on my roster. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. That backfield kind of became very convoluted very quickly. We'll see what happens if and when Benson comes back, whatever that looks like, when that looks like. I like Benson for a nice little stash, but I mean, we got to see what happens. This is a question that only film is going to answer for us. Like once we get into the film, that's really gonna get into our bag. Bro, this motherfucker Christian McCaffrey's prop is at plus 111 for 60 receiving yards. God damn. Wow. Wow. Trade Jordan Mason and Woody for Bucky. Bucky's in a boot right now. Bucky's in a boot right now, which is bloody insane, mate. But that's just how. If Bucky wasn't in a boot, I'd be like, yeah, smash. But let us see how nature decides to take its course with that injury. For the most part, I would be saying absolutely. But I don't want us trading for a guy that's fucking injured. I got Saquon, Genty, and Judkins. Need a receiver. Which one should I give up? Genty would be the one that I'm giving up out of the bunch. Judkins is looking like he's going to be their Saquon savior. Keeping it true. Would it be a dick move to take an under on a passing prop on Mac Attack if I just feel like, yep, it's gonna for sure like that that's for sure gonna hit. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with taking under if you're like confident that it's gonna hit. Like under 213.5. Speed ran 4.49, 40 vert, by the way. Look, I know you didn't want to hear me say trade away Genty, but I'm just saying I would probably want to keep for fantasy football purposes. Take in everything that I've seen through the scope of 4 weeks. $213.5 under for Mac Jones against that defense just definitely seems doable. I need Jarrett Verse to get a sack tomorrow. I'm going to throw him on the parlay. And let's go ahead and take. Do we want to take Blake Corum rushing yards tomorrow, chat? Let's lock in one final leg here. I mean, no, I should just honestly take the Christian McCaffrey rushing for 60 and call it a fucking night. Like take the chalk. Take the chalk. Take the chalk. It's okay. You know what? I kind of like that. Tonjes for 3 receptions. The Rams to win by 8.5. Matt Jones under 213.5. Jared Verse to record a sack. Christian McCaffrey to rush for 60. Martin, I get that you're a Raiders fan. Do you know how many times throughout the duration of tonight I just told people to start Chargers against my Washington Commanders? This is about winning. We have to separate our NFL from our fantasy. You'd still be happy as an NFL fan if your Raiders could, won games, and like you won in fantasy, like I know. Okay. Hear me out. See, now you made me feel bad. What if you kept Saquon and Genty? What if you trade Judkins? Judkins could probably be the one to get you back the most profit for a receiver. Judkins would probably net you the best high quality receiver. So let's keep Saquon and Genty. Let's put Judkins out there. And let's see how we progress from there. Because I get it. Like, I know that Terry, or I'm sorry, not Terry, because Terry's not going to be playing this week. Well, at least so we know. But like, I know that Jaden's probably going to have a rough week this week against that Chargers pass defense. These are things that as a fan and as an analyst, I am willing to accept. Jaden's still going to be in starting lineups, so I get it. I get where that fandom comes into play, and I can respect that. Buddy, they have JPJ on the line now. Run blocking was clearly better. It was better. It was a lot better. I have Jaden Daniels in May. I need a running back. Should I trade one of them? And if so, who could I get? I would trade May. You're needing a running back. In all honesty, with the way that the quarterbacks have been kind of panning out right now, the sky's the limit. A lot of people are really listing offers. I was just talking about Judkins. You could go out there and you could get Judkins for May. You could go out there, you could get Scat for May. You could go out there and you could pull Woody Marks for May. Those are all, trades very much within the wheelhouse that I would be willing to do. You might even be able to do Hubbard for May, like for real. Those are kind of where I'd be thinking, Monty, see if I could bring back Monty for May. That's kind of in the neighborhood that I'd be thinking. I got Jefferson, Ladd, and Hollywood. Yeah, that shit's tough. Let's see if we can put Judkins out there. Let's see if we can bring back, let's see if we can rebalance out your wide receiver 2 situation. I have Nakua over 95.5 yards. Yeah, that's hey, I didn't put that on my card, but that's, you guys know I'm probably gonna build one tomorrow too. Like, I'm gonna end up building another one tomorrow. The one that I built tonight, 3 receptions for Tonjes, Rams by 8.5. Mac Jones under 213.5 passing. Jared Verse to record a sack. Christian McCaffrey 60 rushing yards. I like that. That's the easiest one. He's been on a tear. I know Puka Nakua has been fucking going crazy. Puka Nakua has been going crazy. Other than that, chat, that's pretty much, all I got for tonight. Make sure that you guys give us a follow. Make sure that you subscribe. We'll be live tomorrow night, doing live play-by-play and reactions to the game. Tomorrow should be pretty decent. It's a divisional matchup. We know how these divisional matchups can get. I mean, it's the NFL, like any given fucking Sunday, right? So, I'm super excited to, kick it with you guys tomorrow, chill with you guys tomorrow. If you got any questions, hit us up in the Discord. I am going to get that Discord link replaced for you guys because I guess it's expired. I have to update that every so often. So yeah. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum Boys and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. Love and appreciate all of you. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes.